great to welcome Eddie Pepperell here to the Frilford Heath Golf Performance Centre, and we're on the Foresight Simulator, and Eddie is now going to demonstrate a number of shots that he hits with various clubs. Eddie, over to you.
Hello there, nice to be the first time in the Performance Lab. I'm very impressed with it, I will say. So I've got a 6-iron, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 4 different shots. Firstly, I'm going to hit just what I would consider to be a normal, regular shot, so I'm not taking anything off in terms of distance, speed, flight or shape. I'm trying to hit it pretty straight at my natural kind of height, and we'll see and look at some data after I've hit the shot. Okay, that was pretty good. You can see the carry is 190, which is exactly what I carry in my 6-iron. Spin, there was things like that. I mean, that was a decent shot. There's not a lot of push-pull. In fact, there's hardly any. And that was good. I mean, I guess what I would like you to watch, particularly on this shot and when I take some flight off, which I'll do on the next one, is this line compared to what will happen when I take some flight off, because you'll see that that'll change. That'll become a lot lower and there'll be more release on the ground, which I'll do right now. So yeah, this shot is just going to be a lower shot. Same, not trying to do anything with the shape, just trying to, you know, hit it lower, basically. That felt good. That's better. I've had no practice today either. This is straight out of bed. So it hasn't compared it to the previous shot, which is a shame, but the launch angle is definitely lower. I think the last one was at 15 or 16 degrees. The carry, what I'm glad to see is the carry is still there. I've basically taken 10 yards total distance off. No, I've only taken 5, so I've taken 5 yards off both, which for me is ideal because I feel like I have a lot of control. So to not lose much distance doing that is ideal. And that was an otherwise pretty perfect shot, if I'm allowed to brag. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shape a couple. So I'm going to hit one draw to begin with, and I'm going to hit a fade. The draw, what I'll do to hit a draw is I'll put the ball slightly further back in my stance. I won't change my alignment too much because I know that if the ball's further back, I'm hitting it earlier on the arc, which sends the ball to the right. So then it will have more draw spin, it will come back. I'm not trying to draw this 10 yards, I'm just trying to draw it 3 or 4 yards right to left. So it's a small draw, not a huge draw. So let's see if I can achieve it. So that was, I mean, I'm flushing it. I'm absolutely flushing it. I need to go play golf right now. The carry's the same, which is great. The total yardage is good. Launch, well, that's compared it to the last one, I think. So there you go. You can see how I think the red one's the one I've just hit. So it's gone up in flight of fraction, which I would expect compared to the low one. Yeah, and these are all good. And I think the side spin is what you'd look at there. There's a bit more 613 L RPM. That means that it's just working its way right to left. So great, it was good numbers for exactly what I was trying to do, to be fair. Now I'm going to hit a shot that I find the hardest shot to hit with a 6-iron. I'm going to try and fade it. I'm going to do pretty much the complete opposite of what I've just done. So as opposed to putting the ball back in my stance and trying to be really aggressive into the impact zone, I'm going to stick the ball up in my stance. I'm not going to change too much in my alignment again. But naturally, with the ball being up, again, I'm hitting it later on the arc, which means I'm hitting it left. So all things going good, it should start left of the target line and fade back onto the line. We'll see. I've managed to achieve it. There you go. So they're the 4 best 6-irons I'm going to hit this year, I reckon. What's really interesting is the launch angle's gone up a fraction, which again, you would hope with the fade as opposed to the draw. The good news for me is all the carries have been really tight. And again, compared to the last one, this is 200 RPM right as opposed to 600 left. So you can see I've spun it 3 times as left to right, which I expect because I find it harder to fade it, but it has still fallen down right. So they're my 4-iron shots, which again, like I say, they were absolutely perfect, every one of them. I wouldn't, generally speaking, try and shape it too much. Like I said, I very rarely try and fade it. I'm more comfortable drawing it and taking flight down. But I don't shift the shots I hit too much, you know, unless the situation or the scenario really demands it, i.e. playing in wind to, you know, take some flight down. But hope that's, you know, all the information you need. Fire across any questions if you have any on that data, and I'll explain what I meant a little further.